Gemini, what's up? Happy New Year. Welcome to your January reading. I hope that you guys are having an awesome day. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you. And if this reading is helpful or insightful, let me know by leaving a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the information is in the description box down below. And with that being said, let's get right into your reading and see what's going on for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for January 2022. What do they need to know? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Gemini for January 2022? Gemini, please. What's going on for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Gemini placements. What's happening? What do they need to know? Show me clearly, please, Spirit. What's happening for Gemini in January? All right, we have the shark. We also have the cheetah. Oh, this is looking like full on, like collision, head on. Like, look at these two cards, how they're just like running towards each other. They're facing each other. So there's a situation that's coming at you. And it's coming at you very quickly, very abruptly. I wouldn't say unexpected. This is something that's been a pattern. There's been some sort of pattern, a situation, a cycle that keeps on coming up. And it's going to continue to keep popping up until you face it. So this might be coming up around Mercury retrograde, which that's now happening. Yeah, so this is bringing up some cycles that need some addressing. This needs to be dealt with. Who was I saying this to? Shit, I don't know. I don't know if it was Aries. I don't know if it was Taurus. I honestly can't remember. It was one of those signs, though, that I just did earlier today. So there's a situation that keeps on coming up, and it's like you try to avoid it, or you try to just like sweep it under the rug, or try not to deal with it because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings or offend anybody or step on anybody's toes. But by you not speaking your truth, it just creates this like buildup. There's like this buildup. And look at how in the cheetah, right, there's all these like circles. It's a very circular kind of illustration. So it's like there's this buildup coming up from within you, something that you've been kind of trying to swallow. There's something you've been trying to swallow or bite back or hold back, but you can't any longer. It's kind of like, it's like the Jaws theme song. Like, it's gonna come up and you have to face whatever this is, or you're needing to address this. There's something you're needing to be honest about. Whether it's just something you gotta be honest with yourself, or if there's a person, which I'm kind of leaning towards that, it's a person. Mercury retrograde is going to be bringing up the communication aspect of what is it that you're saying and not saying. What is it that you're speaking up about versus you're kind of like holding back or sugarcoating or watering down. Like, so this shark is really asking you to speak up about your emotions and how you're feeling, okay? Because no one's a mind reader, right? So there's some sort of, I feel like there's been emotions within you that you've been trying to bury or trying to just suppress or trying to just kind of swallow or just to keep the peace or something like that, but it hasn't been keeping the peace within you. So now you're needing to speak up. Now you're needing to, and it can come across a little explosive though. With that cheetah, this is very abrupt. This is very like, kind of like volcano eruption is what it feels. So how will it be received? I'm kind of feeling like there might be like literally collision. Also, just be careful when driving and stuff like that. Like, I never get these messages, but Mercury retrograde, definitely more accident prone. So even just like slow down when you're walking, right? You don't want to like accidentally like stub your toe or something. So just, you know, move with caution and stuff like that. Cheetah is a very impulsive energy. So you might be feeling very impulsive or very feisty with your words. Someone might be very feisty towards you and you're like, whoa, where is this coming from? So take it however it applies, Gemini, because maybe this is someone else's energy towards you. It's like all of a sudden someone just bursts or someone just like lashes out. Or all of a sudden, like, all these things just come up out of nowhere, and you're like, whoa, where did this come from? Like, someone's all of a sudden, like, you know, bursting with all these concerns or issues or, you know, just coming at you, almost like attacking you, right? So, it feels very, like, heated. Like, I'm feeling like boiling water. Like, be careful, because you could get burned. Like, that kind of shit. Dolphin is at the bottom as well as the zebra, so that's more calming, chiller, cooler vibes. much more peace, much more calmer, more harmony, seeing eye to eye. So hopefully that will be like the energy smoothing things out. Okay, because right now it feels a bit intense. Right now I'm feeling a little, careful. It's a bit piping, like the tea's hot. So, let's look into this. I'm kind of feeling pulled for my vice versa. Just when I said volcano, the 5 of Wands of this deck has like a volcano on one of the sides. And I don't know, I just think I'm going to use this deck for you guys today. Alright, so what's going on for Gemini and January? So I was about to say December. So maybe this is already something that's been kind of peaking, or tension's been rising. You know, it just went through holiday season, still have New Year's to go. So you're needing to really speak up and be honest during this time. Always, but especially in January, there's something you need to be honest about with yourself or someone. Alright, what's going on for Gemini in January 2023? We have the Fool. So there's some sort of new beginning, new starts. 10 of Wands. What's going on for Gemini in December? Oh shit, January. January 2023. What's going on for Gemini? Forgot who I was reading for a second. Sorry, Gemini. What's going on for Gemini in January? Page of Swords reversed. We have Queen of Pentacles reversed with the 9 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles reversed, Star reversed, and the 6 of Wands reversed. Interesting. Justice, Libra energy. Doing what's right even though it may not be loved or appreciated or understood by everybody. So this is almost like a controversial opinion. Like you say, like it's like, you know, family dinner and oh my god, politics come up, you say your opinion and now everyone's like, wow, fuck you, we hate you, get out. Like this is like you saying your opinion or just staying true to you, and it may not be well received. Look at the 6 of Wands, like blood is being spilt. Yeah, you come out victorious and yeah, like you come out on top, but there's a cost, or there's some kind of loss almost in a way, or it's just like there is also, it's weird, it's like a win, but it's also a bit of a defeat. It's a little bit of a defeat. Like by you here with the Star showing up reverse, by you, there's something about you. How do I want to put this? There's something about you triggering other people on the work they need to do on themselves. By you speaking your truth here and being open and honest, that's gonna cause a little bit of chaos. So that might just start to stir the pots. And there's just something about like someone's pride getting in the way from them not even allowing themselves to hear you out or see from your perspective or see from your opinion. Like there's definitely like someone doesn't want to look at the truth. Like you're bringing this person, you're being honest, or you're coming, like it's coming from a genuine place, but like you're trying to see with like justice out here. You're trying to do what's right, what's fair, but not everybody sees it that way, or not everybody appreciates it, you know? And so we have the King of Pentacles reversed here. Taurus energy as well as Earth. It kind of seems like someone's turning their back on you, or it's like, look at, actually, to be honest, both the Kings and Queens of Pentacles, both reversed. So there's a lot of stubbornness here. Like no one's really meeting each other in the middle, or it's like you tried to. Someone is blocking themselves off from growing, like growing together, growing with you. So see how like this King of Pentacles, he has his back turned to all of this abundance, right? All this abundance, all this growth but he is too stubborn and set in his own ways. He's letting his pride get in his way, where it's like this, you're dealing with someone who can't accept their faults, or you're dealing with someone who struggles at facing themselves head on, right? Even when we look at the star reverse, someone's not being authentic to who they really are, or what it is that they actually feel. This person's like living a lie. There's a person in this situation. I don't think it's you, Gemini, but obviously take it how it applies. Maybe it resonates and you're like, dislike, because I'm calling you out. But there's someone here. This it could be from a Taurus or Aquarius, but this is someone who really, I'm trying to put the right words together. Give me a second. This is someone who just like, they care a lot about how they're being perceived. And so this is like a people pleaser. This is someone who probably has weak boundaries, probably like, they're not being authentic to themselves. They probably don't even really know themselves, their true inner core. It's probably very blurry. This is probably the kind of person that changes and fluctuates a lot depending on who they're around. And of course, whoever we're around, people that we surround ourselves around do have an impact and do influence kind of who we are, and like are an extension of who we are. But it seems like this is the kind of person that's just like, they get pushed around and they fall very easy into like fitting people's molds or fittings. Like this person just kind of like has like 100 personalities. Like, anyways, but it's like they care a lot about what society and friends and family and just cares about what they are seeing in the world. Like this person cares too many fucks, gives too many fucks about what everybody else thinks of them. It's a very like shallow and surface level kind of energy. And so I think by you here with the shark, right, by you coming up and like speaking up about things that have been upsetting you or burdening you, or things that you haven't been communicating, things that maybe you've kind of held back from, right? 10 of Wands and the Page of Swords reverse is like, you know, maybe there has been a little bit of hesitation from, actually there has been, right, with the shark. You've withheld things that were on your mind, or emotions, things that were coming up that were upsetting or bothering you, or, you know, so I feel like there was a little bit of like buildup of resentment, some tension. And now that you finally like laid it out on the table, laid it out on the line, you know, that definitely, someone didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to see your side. With the Queen of Pentacles reverse, see how there's this rabbit? Well, rabbits, they represent like growth and fertility, but like it can also represent like your fears. And so there's part of you that was like, Queen of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, like almost like fearful that if you were to speak up, kind of tying this back in with the shark, if you were to speak up and this person didn't like it, there's like the fear of being left alone, or the fear of being alone. Nine of Pentacles, she's alone, she's independent, she's single, she's by herself. And so you may have had a bit of a fear of like, if I am honest, or if I tell this person how I really feel, they're gonna leave or abandon me. But then you realize, like, that's actually not a bad thing. Because it's like the swap of, like, because even in this Nine of Pentacles, there's a bunny again in this card. So you realize, like, wait a minute, why am I afraid of that? Because if I'm being truthful to myself, the right people will see that and appreciate it and respect my honesty. And, you know, like, why should I have to try to, like, fit or mold myself to belong or to fit in, or, you know, that kind of vibe. So I see like you are stepping out into a new cycle, which is amazing here with the Fool and the Three of Cups. You're really stepping into a time in January where you're feeling really happy. You're feeling the most free you've felt in a long time. Just free, unapologetically being you, letting loose, taking risks, being bold, being brave, and how it's being rewarded with fun and blessings and really finding your soul tribe. So you're realizing like it's not worth it holding on to all these like burdens and these feelings and these just yucky, heavy, like you're like dropping it. But by you communicating it. Some people don't want to hear it, or some people have a problem with it, but that's on them. You are kind of holding up a mirror as well, because it's like, what are they not allowing in themselves? I don't know. There's some soul searching they got to do. And by you doing this with the Justice card coming out, it's like you're giving this person, or these people, could be multiple people, you're giving them the opportunity to look at themselves, whether they want to take it or not. There's opportunity for some soul searching. You're giving these people some chances to do a little self-work. Meanwhile, you're like, okay, I'm moving on with my life. You know what? If me being myself, my authentic self, if that offends somebody, well, I can't please everybody in the world. Not everybody's gonna love me. That's okay. Like, that's the vibe I'm seeing here. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that's coming out here. There's definitely something about a message coming in, or you sending some sort of like communication or messages, right? Which, like I said, like, this is taking place during Mercury retrograde. Yeah, like someone just being closed off to what could be. It's self-sabotage here, but you know what? That's okay. They're at their own state. They're at their own level. They're in their own journey. Yeah, nothing else is coming through. Let's see. You're feeling vulnerable. There's a sense of feeling a bit vulnerable. Yeah, and even with the shark, right? Because this is all about water and how you opening up and being expressive about your feelings. It's a layer of vulnerability. And when we look at the 6 of Wands, it's like all these dudes have their helmets on except for this little fella over here, right? So he's more prone to being vulnerable to judgment, vulnerable to people not liking what he has to say, but doing it anyways, finding the bravery, finding the courage to just say, you know what, this is me, this is who I am, take it or leave it, babes. Because I know the right people will stick by my side. And even with the Fool, there's like this cup here that's been spilt. So it's like, that means that you've had to walk away from certain relationships. That's okay. If you need in January, if you're leaving behind certain relationships, or by you standing in your truth and speaking your truth causes some people to drop like flies, let them go. It's a blessing in disguise, and Spirit has new people, new connections, better connections coming in to take its spot. So basically what is being lost is going to be replaced with something better, and it's a blessing in disguise. And you're going to be better off without this in your life. And yeah, jeez, Gemini. I mean, I don't even feel like we need to clarify. I think maybe just for you guys, because I didn't do this for the other signs, I think I might just pull a little fairy oracle to wrap this up, because I don't have any other things to talk about here. So is there any advice for Gemini for January 2023? My bad. Gotta get used to that. Any final thoughts or messages for Gemini for January 2023 in regards to this reading? Final thoughts or advice? I haven't used this deck in a minute. We have the Piper coming out 24. Any advice for Gemini? Mike the Myomancer. Ooh, 24 and 42. Mirror backwards numbers. Okay. Keep your eyes peeled for 4s and 2s. And we also have the Singer of Intuition coming out. And Dark Lady at the bottom. So this is like hella intuition. Pay attention and follow your gut and follow your instincts on how to handle these situations. Know when to walk away. Know when it's worth fighting versus when it's not worth your energy, right? I think that's what your last reading was about. It was your December mid-month. It was like something that's just not worth your energy or not worth your time. So kind of need to pay attention to what's worth fighting for versus what is just not worth it. And pay attention to what your intuition is saying, because you're intuitive as fuck, and you're picking up on some stuff. So make sure you're tuned in and tapped on, or whatever. The Piper is all about, it is a more of like a mourning and releasing kind of energy. This is also very much like expressing your emotions. This is also a very like musical kind of energy. So maybe this is just like some of y'all need to like write a song about this, like pull a Taylor Swift, I don't know. Pull a song, write a song about this, or like create some music. Definitely get creative that would be a good focus for you in January. But this is about just needing to let go. This is the energy of surrender and release and feel the emotions that are coming up. Don't try and suppress it or run away from it. And again, that's a shark, right? Don't run away or avoid the discomfort. Although it's uncomfortable, it may be a little ugly, don't run away from it. Face it head on. Face it head on. Mike the Myomancer, this is a slower energy. So you may feel like in January things are kind of slow. Or you may be feeling like you're making slow progress. But progress is progress. You're making moves. You're still making moves. And this is about just needing to slow down and appreciate the process and just be more in the moment. Don't let life just like slip away, or you constantly on the chase for what's next, tomorrow, a week from now. Like, be in the present, because that's, you might be more like focused on about shit from your past or things happening way down in the future. It's just like, it's just like a reminder, be like, hey, Gemini, like, stay in the present, right? Don't think too far ahead. Make plans and shit, sure, but like, be more in the present. Get grounded, be in the present. What's really going on. So keep your eyes peeled and pay attention very closely to the patterns and the cycles and the people that are around you at this time. Pay very close attention. No, I'm digging too deep. No, you're not. Pay attention to the signs, the messages, the dreams, the synchronicities. Literally, right? 24 to 42. That ain't no coincidence. There's like 64 cards in this deck. That's no coincidence that these two cards came out. No such thing as coincidence. So if all of a sudden you stepping into your truth, people are dropping, or some of your relationships in your life drop like flies, that is no coincidence. There's a reason why that's happening. Always. So yeah, Gemini, I'm gonna leave your reading here. I hope this was helpful and insightful. Speak your fucking truth. Whether people love you for it or hate you for it, who cares? As long as you're just doing what feels right in your heart and your soul, and you're not harming anybody, then that's what matters. So that's what I got for you, Gemini. I hope this was helpful and insightful. If it was, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the information is in the description box down below. And yeah, I'm gonna let you go, Gemini. Thank you for watching. Happy New Year. Bye.